Help us. Hello?
My son gonna kill me, but can you hear me?
I can hear you. Why your son gonna kill you?
He gonna, cause he swear I'm the most embarrassing mama in the world. I was up here eating food, but I'm not gonna eat now. I'm
What
talking
you
to
eating, girl?
you. Girl, I made some potato curry, and I made some macaroni and tuna salad the other day. I don't eat meat. And I made some beans because I'm trying to get my protein up. But all my friends are on here, and I know they're going crazy because Miss V don't do this, but she on here. And I was on another live, and now I'm on this live, and they ain't not gonna believe it. So, how y'all doing?
You just live hopping?
No, I was on a live, something business related before this. This was a scheduled live, and now I just joined this live because they always tell me, go on Kendra, girl. And I'm a little bit conservative, so I never ever want to go on your show, but I always watch your show. And every time I've tried to do it, you've not picked me. So since I was sitting here, I said, I'm going to make Kendra pick me tonight. And that's why I put that in the comments. And here we are.
Well, I didn't see, you know what? I didn't see what you said in the comment section, so it was the luck of the draw.
I said, Kendra, why are you playing with them and not picking me?
I didn't even see that comment. So I think it was just the energy of you manifesting it, but I didn't even see the comment. But let's start.
Maybe.
What's your name, love?
My name is Valencia, but they call me Queen B.
Call you Queen B, okay. And where you calling me from, Queen B?
I am in Miami, Florida, the 305.
Miami, Florida. And how old are you?
I am 48 years old, soon to be 49. I am a Leo.
And you're what's your zodiac sign?
Leo. Our season is going to be loaded soon. So, yes, I am a Leo.
So, Queen B, Miami, Florida, 48. What do you do for a living?
I am an entrepreneur, healthcare by trade, but I'm an entrepreneur. I run multiple businesses, and I also help my son who runs a successful business here as well.
Okay. So Queen B, Miami, Florida, 48, Leo, entrepreneur by trade, entrepreneur, you do healthcare by trade. How many kids do you have? Just one?
I have one son. He is 28 years old this year.
Okay. Have you ever been married?
Never been married.
Okay. And I think I got it all. We got Queen B, Miami, Florida, 48, Leo, an entrepreneur, healthcare by trade, one son that's 28, never married. What kind of man you looking for, Queen?
One that's gainfully employed. That's necessary. So gainfully employed, easy on the eye, generous, someone that's caring and not just overall mean-spirited by any means. Someone who likes to travel, obviously. Someone who is family-oriented, not a deadbeat dad or anything of that nature, just disrespectful to your mom or any women that are in your family, obviously. Someone who's just generally ready to be in a relationship and actually wanting to live the rest of their days, peacefully.
Okay, well, listen, I usually get to the money question after a couple questions, but it was the first thing you said. So what does gainfully employed mean?
Meaning, if your mother is living with you and she's not actually dying and you're the caretaker for her and it's your home, don't holler at me. Just holler at me if you live on your own and if she's living there and you're her, her surrogate or whatever the case may be. That's different, but don't call me if you're living in your mama's house, and make sure you have some coins in the bank and make sure you're able to stand on your own. There are a lot of men who have not even lived on their own and can't even pay bills on their own, so I'm probably not the girl for you. But if you are that guy that's gainfully employed, and I'm not going to put a number on that because some people may be successful, but I'm not going to say, oh, you got that $500K in the bank. That's a little bit cliche in my opinion.
Well, but normally say, Queen,
I
only had, out of the 4 years, I think I might have had 3 women that said 500K. Is that your desire?
No, that's not my desire at all. I make my own money, so money is not something that drives me in a relationship. I'm not easily impressed. That's one thing about me. So if I'm impressed, then you've done a lot. So for me, you just have to be overall, like I said, a generous person, someone who genuinely just wants a peaceful life, someone who wants to be in a relationship and not wanting to carry on with multiple women, because I don't do spirit mixing and I don't really do casual sex either. So with that being said, you just have to want to be, in that atmosphere. So
that's so we can get a ballpark. Is 100K is that too low for you?
I mean, if you're making 100K and you hustling, I'm okay with that. But obviously, I'm not gonna put a number because you just don't know what people do. So I may make more than the guy, and that's okay for me too. Or he may make more than me, so that's okay as well. I don't like to put a number on that because some people may be working hard and 100K is where they are. But if you're gainfully employed and you're okay with where you are in life, I'm okay with that too. I mean, a conversation just has to be had. I'm just not gonna knock you out of the ballpark because you only make 100K. Like that's
Well,
not what
okay,
we're doing.
again, and to some people though, 100K is not only. So let me just ask this direct question: would you date a man that made less than 100K?
I mean, he could be an option if he's making less than 100K and he's hustling. Now, anything less than like 80K is a no go. So yeah,
Okay, so that's what we got to. So 80K is the minimum.
yeah,
Okay.
80K.
Only reason we got here though, Queen, you said it doesn't matter, but it was literally the first thing you said.
Because a lot of people are not gainfully employed, and they're out here playing. They're play entrepreneurs. They're saying they run businesses, but they're not running businesses. You're on the internet all day, but you're not bringing in any coins. Like, where are your coins? So don't invite me to dinner if you're expecting me to pay the check. I mean, come on, let's just be realistic. Like, I'm not finna. I have a son, and I'm not taking care of him. My son lives in his own home, so I'm not gonna take care of anybody else's son. I'm just not ready to do that. And I'm not rehabilitating any men at this age in my life. At this big age, you need to have already owned a home at some point in your life. You need to have already paid a car off at least once in your life. You need to have done some things in your life. Like, I'm not here to raise you. You should have already been raised by your mama. So that's where I am in life.
Okay. Now, what are you kind of said it, but what are your deal breakers other than the ones you mentioned? Are there more deal breakers?
Abusive men, disrespectful men, men who call women out of their names, even if she's in your family. Like, I'm just not on that. Even if you have children with someone else, if you're not respectful to her, and I'm just going to say it, something as simple as, and I don't even mind this, if you're not sending the mother of your child like even a card or flowers on Mother's Day, like, don't talk to me, because at some point in your life you loved her and you cared and you nurtured for her. So if she had children with you and you think that she's done a great job at doing that, then you have to be respectful of that. So for me, if you're not treating the women that are in your immediate circle properly, then you probably don't want to talk to me.
Oh, okay. So now looks. Should he look a certain way?
I would like for him to be easy on the eye, if I can say that. Yes, ma'am.
At least easy on the eye. Now you're in Florida. Should he be in Miami, Florida?
He can be anywhere because I'm a little bit of a globetrotter, so I'm all over. So yeah, he can be anywhere. I'm okay.
We already took care of the money question. Let's do the Kendra can.
All right, let me stand up. Let me put my little plate up over here. And I got on some baggy clothes today, but I'm a little person. Let me put this up.
Oh, that's a beautiful painting.
Oh, you see that? I just redid the dining room over. I made it a little bit more colorful in here in the house. I wanted it to get a little bit more chic. So I've been doing some things up in this place, but I made it.
See you though. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to turn it so I can stand over here by the kitchen. Okay. So give me 1 second.
Okay, we got. See your legs.
You see me?
Okay. All right, we see you, Queen B. We got you, boo. So, Queen B is in Miami, 48, Leo, entrepreneur, healthcare by trade, one son that's 28. When was your last relationship?
Kendra, I don't really want to talk about that.
You don't gotta bring the camera down. You don't have to answer the last time you was intimate, but you do gotta tell me when your last relationship was. You don't gotta talk about it. You just give me the time.
I'll say maybe 3 to 4 years.
Okay. Girl, honestly, that's not that bad. I've heard a lot longer.
Okay.
Like I've heard people say I've never been in a relationship.
I talk too much. These people funny. And I do. I talk a lot. I'm a Leo, so it's whatever.
Yeah. I will say this though: for those 3 years you've been single, have you desired? Bring the camera back down so we can see you. Have you desired a relationship, or were you not really trying to have one?
I don't think I was ready for a relationship, so no. I'm not really a relationship phobe, so I guess in that 3 to 4 years, and I'm gonna say this before I even venture into this next statement. I think I might have thought I was in a relationship, but I don't think it really was. You know what I mean? So
how do you get misconfused? You didn't have the conversation?
I think it was more so of a situationship.
Well, you don't think you wouldn't a no. Did you ever have the exclusivity conversation of what we're doing?
Yeah. So I guess it maybe okay. So maybe it is a relationship. I guess I don't know.
Well,
But
wait.
I
I'm
wasn't.
confused. Why are you confused?
I'm just thinking out loud. No worries. It's nothing
No,
to be
now I'm
confused.
curious. Now I'm curious.
No,
Because you mentioned
no, no,
earlier,
no, no,
because
no,
the,
no,
'cause the
no.
one, because you said at your big age, so I'm gonna say at your big age, how did you not know if you was in a relationship or a situationship?
Because sometimes I think as women we not I can't explain it.
You
It's a
can't
lot.
explain it. I think here's the deal. It's really not complicated. I think you just have to either you know what it is, which you probably know it wasn't a relationship, if you have to honestly call it what it is. But listen, you seem like a very sensational woman. You're successful, you're an entrepreneur, you do very well. This is the simplest thing. This is basic. You know, what are we doing? Are we exclusive or not? That's not a hard question, right?
So that may be one of my character flaws. I'm not a good communicator. I don't know. Maybe I don't
You're an
communicate.
excellent communicator. You've been communicating on this whole. I don't know how black women could run the world, but when it comes to men, all of a sudden they don't know nothing. How you able to run the world, girl? And I believe black women. I honestly believe black women run the world, but when it comes to men, all of a sudden they clueless. Girlfriend, you know this.
Mm.
Was he not your man, but you just knew it was a situationship?
No, 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 nothing like that. No, no, no. It wasn't like that.
Then why did you say you think it was? Was he dating other women?
Yeah,
Did you
something
know he
like that.
was dating other women?
No, I found out about some things.
So does that mean, would you consider it cheating then? Because if
It
he's your
is,
man,
it is, but to me, that's like okay. So maybe I thought I was in something, but you didn't think the same thing. So that's why you're out there doing all of these different things. You know what I'm saying? So,
no, like you hold him accountable. So did y'all have?
and maybe
That's why I said,
that's
did you
where I
have
have
that
an issue.
conversation?
I did have a problem with holding the accountability piece because I think when you know things are going on and you kind of push them to the side and you kind of act like they don't happen and you ignore them for a while and then you become in this delusional space that you believe the things that you've made yourself believe. And I know it probably sounds crazy, but it's actually a reality probably for a lot more people than you realize.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming, was he attractive?
I mean, it's not even about attractive. You know what I mean? It's just about once you get into that, and I'm gonna call it a sunken place, like once you get into that whole love thing, you know, sometimes you ignore things that you probably shouldn't ignore.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
I'm gonna let that be. I'm gonna let that be.
yeah.
We could go deeper dive in it, but I'm gonna let it be. I'm gonna let it be because that's over. That was 3 years
Yes,
ago. Okay.
yes, yes,
You,
ma'am.
you don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
I'm not answering that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
3 flaws you have to work on.
I think that sometimes I could probably be a better listener. Um, the next flaw that I think I have is that when I was young, my mom used to say that I have this gift, so I know things that are going to happen, or everything that I see and I want to talk about it, or if I know that something is getting ready to happen or something like that, I say everything that I see and feel, and I can probably keep some of that to myself because a lot of people aren't ready for that raw bluntness that I have sometimes. So that's probably one of the things that I could work on as well. And the last thing is that I have a character flaw of letting go. I'm not good at letting go of
Okay.
people who I love. So that is a hard transition for me.
Okay. And why would a guy be lucky to be with you, Queen B?
Because I'm that girl. I definitely am that girl.
What makes you that girl?
Like Tiana Taylor said, I do everything. So I mean, I'm that girl, literally. Yeah.
So why you think you've been single for 3 years if you're that girl?
Because I'm selective, and like I said, I have a hard time with letting go. And maybe had I let go long ago, then I wouldn't have to be single. But I do have a hard time with letting go.
Okay.
Mhm.
What was the age range you want to date?
Um, I would say anywhere from 47 to like 59.
47 to 59. All right. So we got Queen B, Miami, Florida, 48, Leo, entrepreneur, healthcare by trade. One son that's 28. You said you don't mind if the guy has kids, right?
Yeah, I don't mind I would like them to be adult children if at all possible, and just no overall drama if I can help it.
Okay. How can the guy reach out to you, boo?
This is my page, Valencia A. This is my page, and they can also hit me up in my DMs, I guess, you know.
All right, so Valencia is spelled VALIENCIAA on Instagram.
And then the other A is my last name, the first initial of my last name. But yeah, Valencia is with the I. So
okay. On IG, Valencia on IG.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you. All righty. You guys have a great evening. Bye bye.